Hello everybody, today we're going to take 6,478 and divide it by 7, and we're going to use the area division model, okay? And now, let me get a pen out. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to put 7 over here, and the way this works is we're going to have a series of partial quotients, and eventually we're going to get to 6,478, and we're going to continually subtract what we have to see what's left over. So we're using a combination of partial quotients and repeated subtraction to find our quotient, okay? And one thing I want to point out is that 60 is a very divisible number. It has a lot of factors. So when I start off, I want to say, how can I get somewhat close to 6,478 using 7 as a factor? So keep in mind that 7 times 6 is 42. 7 times 60 is 420. And 7 times 600 is 4,200. Okay, so I'm going to choose 600 and put 600 over here. And great, and now I'm going to continually subtract from my dividend. So I'm going to put 6,478 here. And I'm going to subtract 600 times 7, which is 4,200, 4,200. Okay, this works out nicely. There's nothing to carry. 2, 2, 7, 8. Excellent, okay? Now what we're going to do is we're going to extend our rectangle, okay? And 7 times what equals 2,278. We want to get close to that, okay? So I'm going to continue my rectangle. Don't worry too much about scaling. You know, we should make this smaller since we're going to choose a smaller partial quotient, but it's not really that important, okay? So now, one thing I want to point out is always ask yourself, you can always take this approach. Can I take half of 600? Yes, I can, okay? And I'm going to end up subtracting 2,100. So I'm going to put plus 300. Okay, and now I have my 2,278 left. Okay, should have put a comma here and here. Now I'm going to subtract 7 times 300. So that's 21, followed by 2 zeros, 2,100. And now I'm left with 178. Great, now I'm going to extend my rectangle. Now I ask myself, 7 times what number can get me close to 178? Okay, I would no longer take this approach of, having this because that's going to be too much. So let's put 178 here, and let's think about 7 times what will get me somewhat close to 178. So keep in mind that 7 times 2 is 14. So 7 times 20 is 140. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 20 over here. And I'm going to subtract 140 now. Great, now I'm at 38. 7 times what number is going to get me 38? Now, you should know your sevens, and if you don't, you can list them out, okay? Because we're at the point now where we just kind of have to know our multiples of 7 or single digit multiples, okay? So I'm going to put a 38 here. So 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42. So as you can see, we want to take the 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth multiple, okay? So I'm going to say plus 5. 7 times 5 is 35, so I subtract 35. This is going to be what's left over, okay? This is what's going to be what's left over. So my final quotient is 600 plus 300 is 900. 900 plus 20 is 920 plus 5 is 925. So let's write that over here. 925. And my remainder is 3, okay? But usually you want to put it in a fractional form. So I'm going to put remainder over divisor. So my remainder is 3 right here, and my original divisor is 7, okay? So 6,478 divided by 7 is 925 and 3/7, okay? Good job. Keep practicing. Keep finding the method that works best for you.